Amanda Hanson back here on the Action News 5 digital desk. So car prices, as you can remember, they skyrocketed during the pandemic back in 2020, and then they remained high for over 3 years. But the latest data coming from IC Cars shows that prices are coming down. They've been coming down over the past 6 months on both new and used models. And so we want to know more about the market right now, the trends that are being seen out there. So joining us here on the Action News 5 digital desk is auto expert Karl Brauer with IC Cars. Karl, good morning.
Good morning. Great to be on with you.
I'm glad to have this conversation because I myself is someone that actually is in the market to buy a new vehicle right now. I held off because prices had been so high like we were talking about, so I was kind of trying to wait it out as long as I could. So let's just talk about, is now a good time to think about buying a car?
Yes, it's becoming a better time, and there's a lot of people in the same position you were in, Amanda, where they really had to wait and wanted to wait because they could tell prices were a little crazy. And we're seeing that moderate now, and we're now watching prices come back to where they should be, and we're seeing some balance between supply and demand. The new car production is back to normal, and now we're able to supply enough new cars that dealers can't ask crazy prices and still get them.
Yeah, I remember back when people were trying to sell their cars. If they were selling their car, they were getting, incredible prices for trading in their car, that sort of thing. So I guess why are prices coming down right now? And then what do you expect will happen over the next 6 to 12 months from now?
Yeah, we've just finally gotten new car production back to where it wasn't during the pandemic. And there was a big backlog of demand that built over that time. So it's not that we're back to normal now. We're still above pre-pandemic pricing, but we now at least have clear indications that it's moderating and that it's coming down, and that people who've been waiting a long time, like yourself, can at least start considering a purchase now. And some cars there's already some really good deals out there and some great value out there. The cars behind me are both examples of really great values that you can get right now today.
That's good to know. And yeah, I have been trying to wait it out as long as I can. I still keep my eye on just what's out there, what the prices look like. And I think people are always asking, when is a good time to buy? Is there a certain time of the year? I mean, is the summer one of those times?
End of summer, beginning of fall is when traditionally the next model years are coming out, which means that if there's any left over, and there weren't in the past years, there weren't enough new cars to have any left over. But now it's possible, and if you do your research before you leave the house, you could find leftover 23s potentially on dealer lots and maybe have a little more bargaining power that you didn't have the last couple of years, but now you would this time of year.
So talking about that bargaining power, is there a way to maximize your deal or maybe be able to kind of talk down a price? Are these sellers open to that? What kind of tips would you give for those that are listening this morning?
Well, the great thing about today's world is that we've got this technology where you can sit in your house and you can go on a website like iccars.com and see all the cars that are listed and see what the price is. But you'll also know what the market value is on those cars and whether the price is too high or too low. Sites like iccars.com, they'll tell you right on them what the good deals are and where maybe the fair or bad deals are. So before you ever leave your house, you should have full knowledge of the market value of the car that you're looking to buy, what you should pay. And when you go to the dealer, if they won't work with you, look for other dealers. And again, sometimes you might want to expand your geography where you're considering looking for the car that you're going to buy. And if you have to travel a little bit, but you save thousands of dollars, it could be worth it.
Can you talk, before we wrap things up, can we just kind of say, what are the big things, people that are either looking to buy or sell a car, what advice would you have? What are the top things you would tell them as they move forward?
If you can be flexible on which car you're interested in, if you have a car targeted and you think that's the one you want, but you realize the prices are high, today there are deals out there. There weren't deals for years. Now cars are still relatively expensive compared to pre-pandemic, but there are pockets of deals available. And if you do your research and you're willing to maybe consider multiple models, you might be surprised to find that certain cars that serve you just as well as the original one you targeted are costing less. And that means you can get a better deal that you couldn't have a year or two ago. So research, knowledge is power, and you can do it before you ever leave your house if you just go online and you go to these car sites.
Well, Karl, this has been some great information, and it's been informative for me, who is in the market right now. So I appreciate you so much for your time and sharing your knowledge.
Absolutely. Great being on with you. Take care.